Good morning, everyone. We are here on the Mineral Wells State Trailway. We're about 3 or 4 miles from the Weatherford Trailhead. This is a trailway that runs from Weatherford to Mineral Wells. It's a little over 20 miles one way. I thought I'd get out here today and celebrate some of the first days of fall. It's very nice out here today. Temperature in the upper 70s, low 80s. And we're at the highest point on the trailway here, as you can tell from this sign. And today I've got the red salsa. It's the first time I've gotten it out in a while. If you watched one of my prior videos, you would have seen I installed 2 new tubes in this wheel set. The one in the rear right here, as you can tell with the orange valve stem, is the Tubolito tube. And the one in the front with the black valve stem is the Schwalbe tube. Installation went fairly easily. I will say, if you watch the prior video, you'll see that the Tubolito valve stem wasn't really lined up with the circumference of the tube when you inflated it. That presented a little bit of problem installing the tube in the tire and then getting the valve stem to come out of the hole in the rim at a straight angle. It wanted to bind and stick in there sideways. And as a matter of fact, when I started inflating it, the valve stem would retract back up into the rim. That was a little bit of problem in installation. I didn't have that problem with the Schwalbe tube. It's been a little warm here in Texas the last couple of months, so what I did is I just let the bike hang in the garage. And one test that I wanted to do is I wanted to see if there was any parasitic air loss over time with it just sitting. And I will say without a doubt that the Schwalbe tube lost more air just sitting in the garage over that couple of month time frame. It lost more air than the Tubolito tube. The Tubolito tube held more air pressure over time than that Schwalbe tube did. I don't have exact measurements on that, but I can definitely say that without a doubt. The Schwalbe tube does leak quicker. I like to say parasitic air loss because it's just a loss of air that happens over time. Once I noticed that, I removed both tubes from the tires and took a look at them. There wasn't any damage to either one of them. Both tubes, the TPU material had conformed to the inside shape of the tire and the inside shape of the rim where the rim tape sets. So in a standard tube, when you inflate or deflate that butyl rubber tube, it expands and contracts, shrinks and grows in size. These tubes appear to expand and then hold the shape of the inside of the tire. They had taken on kind of a permanent set to the shape of the inside of the tire and the rim. So I think that they stretch once and they tend to kind of hold that shape. And with that being said, the Tubolito valve stem now lines up a lot better with where the tube normally sits inside the rim. Like I said, this is going to be about a 20-mile round trip today. I'm only about 7 or 8 miles into this, and so far I haven't had any problems. This WTB Riddler is a 700 by 45. The rolling resistance on these is pretty low. With the addition of these tubes, I suspect the rolling resistance would be even lower. I haven't really noticed much of a difference today, and I've never run these tubeless, so I don't have a way of comparing them to that. But so far, these roll very, very easily on this type of surface. I'm running about 30 psi in the rear and about 25, 28 psi in the front, and it seems to be doing great. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update, a little second time review on these tubes. And the more I ride on these tubes and the tire wheel set combination, I'll keep you guys informed of how it's doing. But so far, I'm really loving these. I previously had a 650B wheel set on here with the WTB byways. That was a great tire and wheel combination. But with this larger 700C diameter and the availability of some wider tires for these 700C wheel sets, the lower rolling resistance is definitely there. It's not as nimble. There's a little bit of toe overlap, but I can get over that, especially when you're just riding long distances like this, straightaways. It's a great tire and wheel combination for this type of riding. That's about it for today, guys. So thanks for watching.